T-minus 20 seconds. Where's Biloxi? Biloxi, Mississippi, right? Okay.
And it's Bomber Field.
Hello and welcome to HCU action here, the CFA here in Biloxi, Mississippi at Bomber Field. We have an HBCU rivalry here today between the University of Greene Hornets and the Biloxi Bombers. With me in the booth, as always, is Optimus Klein. How are you doing today?
I'm doing just lovely, ready for some more college football action. I always love the HBCUs. The only college football game that I've ever been to was Miami and Savannah State. Had to go watch that marching band of the Tigers, so I'm pretty excited about this one.
Should be a good one today. We've had some good games all of week one. Of course, earlier today we had the Snowhawks and the Howlers. That was a little bit of a one-sided affair. We're hoping for a little bit more of a competitive matchup here in Mississippi as the Hornets are going to choose tails, and we'll see who's going to get the ball first.
First ever HBCU matchup.
Looks like the Bombers are going to kick. Hornets will defend. And Hornets will get the ball first here in the first ever HBCU rivalry game here in the CFA.
Freshman quarterback out of North Central, Quasi Mastrel, will be the starting quarterback for the Greene Hornets, who hail from Greene, Ohio.
Taken out of the end zone up to the 20-yard line is the return. UGO will get the ball first. What do you expect out of this offense led by the young freshman?
Well, they do have another freshman on offense in Nigel Sams out of Northeast Jays. He's, a really good wide receiver. He caught a lot of passes from Ian Harlan for Northeast last season. So I'm expecting Mastrel and Sams to have a pretty good connection here today. And we'll see what the two junior halfbacks can do as well.
Spread formation on first down. Mastrel to throw, moving out of pressure, gets thrown down. The offensive line collapses, and Mastrel could only do so much. Loss of 5.
Yeah, 96 was the original guy in there. Antoine Shook, sophomore linebacker, and 99, Clifford Sadler, sophomore D-tackle, comes up with his first collegiate sack.
Delmar Villegas in the backfield. He's shown flashes in training camp and preseason for this team. See if they get using him here, but they're going to throw it on second down. Up the seam, going to be tipped away, and he's lucky that was incomplete as number 45 had that right in his hands.
Yeah, 45, Roman Crutchfield, senior nickel corner. So if you're an EFL owner, put his name down. Nice deflection there. Should have came away with a pick, but they'll take a 3rd and 15 coming up against a freshman quarterback. So it's going to be intriguing to see what they can do here out of this playbook.
Pair of freshmen starting safeties for this Bombers team with Al Gibson and Wilfred Harrison. Mastrel to throw here on third down. Throws left side deep. Caught! Corner route, first down. And who needs first and second down when you can convert plays like that all the way out to the 42-yard line?
Yeah, Nigel Sams' first college catch. And it's a big one, a 17-yard conversion on third down. And that's the type of plays that he was making for Northeast all season in high school.
It looks like they like this formation with just the fullback in the backfield here on first down. Going to throw out of it. Down deep, seam route, caught it this time, down to the 33-yard line. As this air raid start for the Hornets is working to perfection, and they get to the Bomber side of the field.
That was beautiful. What a route by Sams, right between both of the DBs, and Mastrel with such precision, just dropping that right in the bucket for him.
We've yet to see them go to the running back of Villegas and Mastrel. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage, it looks like they're letting the freshman let the ball fly. They're going to throw it here on first down. Plenty of time across the middle, knocked away. They're going to call that for pass interference, though.
Yeah, it's number 58, Milo McManus, senior outside linebacker, getting there just a little bit too early, trying to help out his DBs against Nigel Sams, who has been having a really good drive so far.
The free first down will get the Hornets, to the 22-yard line as the coach here for Greene really trusting his young gun and letting it fly early.
Yeah, Dorian Walsh, head coach for the Hornets. It looks like he has complete confidence in this freshman. He is letting him cook right now.
We didn't really see a lot of Kouazi in high school. Obviously, only started the last week when Van Hout, who you saw earlier with St. Cloud, was on the bench with the backups in. So really his first meaningful playing time here. As Kouazi Master's going to throw it. It's dangerous throw and triple coverage is completing a first down. It seems after those first two plays, they can do no wrong on this drive.
Yeah, and that was Eugenio Danner, senior wide receiver, getting his first catch of the season. And Mastrel just continues to find the open targets. I mean, in high school, you mentioned he only played 1 week, but 2 touchdowns, no picks in that week. He was flawless.
Yes, he's yet to throw an interception in his football career. As the first play to Delmar Villegas goes for nothing, as that was swallowed up well by the defensive line of the Bombers.
Yeah, it was Antoine Shook, sophomore, getting it. And maybe they'll go right back to Mastrel here. He's been doing really well on this first drive.
Defensive line shifts over. 2nd and 10 from the 11. They're going to throw it again. In route, going to be incomplete. Just a little bit ahead of him, and good coverage on the play by the corner there to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was Kouazi Mastrel's teammate Ben Marsden from the North Central Eagles, the true freshman, getting the start as the number 1 corner for the Bombers. Nice play by him.
3rd and 10. See if they can capitalize this drive off with a touchdown, or will Biloxi's defense manage to stand tall? Mastrel, good protection, plenty of time. Right side corner to the end zone, touchdown! We do have laundry on the field, but we'll see if the tiptoe catch counts.
That was Danner again. That would be a 2nd catch. Well, we're going to get a
holding
call
on the offense. Unfortunate, number 68. It's going to back them up and bring up a 3rd and 20. That's unfortunate. As another one of those glitches we'll have to fix with the skin color.
Yeah, that was the left tackle, the senior Herman Bowling, number 68, with the hold, costing his team a touchdown. And now Greene backed up into a 3rd and long situation. Last time they converted this to Nigel Sams, top of the screen. So keep your eyes open for him.
Let's see if they move the safety over to give the corner a little help. He's going for a go route, and Mastrel doesn't have time. Defensive line dominates, and they stand tall, push them back to the 24, and save 4 points. Clifford Sadler on the sack.
Yeah, that's his 2nd sack on this drive, and if he doesn't get there, they have Nigel Sams wide open at the top of the screen. He beat the corner like he stole something on that play. But now we're going to see the field goal unit. This is Tyler Eves, the junior, on for his first try of the year.
From the 24-yard line, see if he can put this through for the first points of the first ever HBCU rivalry game. Kick is up, and kick is good, 41 yards out. First points of the day go to the Hornets.
Yeah, really good drive right there. Just, a couple big plays by the defensive tackle, Clifford Sadler, were really the difference maker there. And now we're going to get a chance to see the Biloxi Bombers, a completely different makeup on offense. They have their starting quarterback is Derek Ponce. He's a senior. And they have 2 seniors at running back. Their number 1 receiver is also a senior. So a lot of upperclassmen, a lot of veterans on this squad, as opposed to the Greene offense that we just mentioned had, freshman quarterback, freshman wide receiver. So we'll see if that plays any factor on this upcoming drive and in the rest of the game.
Touchback for the Bombers. They're going to start this drive at the 20-yard line. You mentioned the difference. Derek Ponce. There's not that many quarterbacks in the upcoming draft. I forget exactly what the number is, but I know these teams, a lot of these teams don't, and the EFL don't already have a starter on their team. Not a lot of young talent. So, if he can really up his draft stock with a good performance this season, handoff and first down, it's going to be a little bit of a poor vision by the running back, as it looked like he missed a hole about as big as the Red Sea splitting.
Yeah, and that was Porter Talley, the number 2 corner. He's a sophomore for Greene, coming up making a stop. And I mentioned the age of some of these guys. Interesting enough, both of these teams are fielding just 5 freshmen apiece, so a smaller number compared to some of the other games that you and I have called so far here in week 1.
Second and 13, going to throw it across the middle on the slant. Going to go for a couple 4 yards, and 3rd and 9 after the completion.
Yeah, that was the number 1 receiver, Dane Gunn. He's a senior, so keep an eye on him if you're an owner or a scout for the pro league. But only a yard there. 3rd and long coming up. See what they can draw up here for their senior quarterback.
3rd and 9. Ponce going to throw it and tipped up and picked off the 3rd deflection there. He tipped it up. His teammate batted it up, and Chet Clemens comes down with the pick.
Oh, he batted it right back to him. The original guy that deflected it ends up coming away with his first interception of the season. That was amazing. And now Quasi Mashal already in field goal range. So let's see what the offense can do. What a play.
Great concentration from the defender, and Ponce turns it over here early in this game. 25-yard lines where the Hornets will start. Going to throw it out to the running back, and perfect coverage on that play. They knew exactly where that was going. Delmar Villegas hasn't had much room to operate.
And that was the sophomore middle linebacker, number 96. We've called his name a few times. It's Antoine Shook. As soon as he saw Mashal drop back, he ran right to the running back. He was all over that play.
3rd and 11. Across the middle. 2nd and 11, excuse me. Gets it up to the 20-yard line. That's Nigel Sam's 5th target of the day. Already a favorite target of Quasi Mastral. And it's been interesting how many of these freshman players have really performed well in week 1.
Yeah, there's been quite a few. And, we saw, who was it? Brody Fisher, who was going insane and then got hurt for the whole season. So hopefully these other young guys, they can stay healthy.
Going to throw it out to Villegas. Once again, not much space. Can't get the first down. And the Bombers' defense holds taut again, forcing a field goal.
Yeah, and look who it was again. 96, Antoine Shook. Man, we're going to be calling his name all day. He just knows where that ball's going every single snap. But we're going to get a second opportunity to see Tyler Eves, the junior kicker.
This one a little bit closer than his last attempt. Should be relatively routine. Kick is up. Kick is good from 35 yards. And 6-0 is on the board for the Hornets here, as they are the visiting team in Biloxi, Mississippi. Tyler Eves responsible for all the points today.
Yeah, and that was, basically just a free drive for them. Nice takeaway by the defense. And again, going back to the ages here, every single cornerback on this Greene Hornets roster, they are all sophomores. So just a lot of young, raw talent out there for the Hornets. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can do in the next couple of years.
Fielded from the end zone again. This is going to be taken out to the 20-yard line once again. 21, they're going to mark it down to be specific. What do you want to see different on this drive from the Bombers?
I'd like to see him try to get the running game going a little bit. We just saw the running back right there, Blake Olson, on the return. I'd like to see him get some more carry, try to get to that second level and get past these linebackers. He can get some people shook out in the secondary one-on-one.
I knew that. I knew the pun was coming. It had to happen. Throw here from Ponce. Out route's going to be caught on first down. Better start. Oh, my goodness. Wow. What an effort there from the receiver to make a first down out of that. I would have sworn that he was going to be short on that.
Yeah, well, you clearly don't remember the name Gerard Presley from North Central. Another freshman here for the Bombers. Only 2 freshmen on this Biloxi offense. Gerard Presley from North Central, the Eagle, former teammate of Quasi Mashro, who's on the other side. And the starting left guard, Lamont Sanford, out of the South Central Lions as well.
To be fair, North Central had a pretty bad season year one. And the passing game was abysmal at times. 1st and 10 here for the Bombers. Going to be a delay handoff up the middle of the running back. Olsen, and Olsen's going to get one as he looked just stuck in mud as he was trying to run.
Yeah, Buford Shield, the senior outside linebacker, number 53, making a nice tackle there. But, Olsen definitely looked a little bit slowed right there. He did return the kickoff as well. So that'll be something to look at if you're a Bombers fan.
2nd and 9. Dime defense, it looks like, from the Hornets. Ponce gets away from 2, still standing, throws it, completes it. And Derek Ponce manages to make a negative into a first down, gets it to Gunn as he threw off 2 defenders in the backfield.
That was pretty impressive. And, not too often do we see quarterbacks, break 1 tackle, let alone 2 in the backfield against some pretty large defensive linemen here for Greene.
Single high safety for the Hornets. See if they throw against it. Quick drop underneath. Nice slant route there for 9 yards. Really, it was Gerard Presley again. If you looked, it was kind of a natural little screen that they made there with the formation and a great draw up from the coaching staff and a good play.
Yeah, head coach Daryl Ammons. I mean, that was a beautifully drawn play. I really liked the execution of that and just the route tree that everybody was running up there. It looked really pretty.
2nd and 1 now. See if they go to Olsen up the middle. He's going to get the first down. A little bit ugly running, but hey, he gets the first down, moves the chains into Hornets territory.
Yeah, best run of the day for him so far. That was Eduardo Hatcher, sophomore corner, number 43, who finally brought him down after the first down. Split back, my favorite.
1st and 10 here. Gonna hand it off up the middle, and it's gonna work. Maybe this is why you're not the coach here today, because that worked pretty good there.
Well, it worked so well because there was holding, so this is going to be coming back 10 yards.
Always find some problem with it, don't you? Holding here on the play, and it's going to back it up. 64, the offending offensive lineman.
Yeah, that was freshman on Stanford.
Freshman getting a little
He's
handsy.
Young. Yeah, he's young. He'll learn. He's going up against some big boys on that defensive front, so, you just got to give him a break here. Of course, Greene Hornets, they do have freshman defensive tackle Matt Hawkins from North Central in there as well, number 90.
1st and 10. It's going to be a throw out route. Presley, he's going to get a few on this 2nd and 15. His 3rd catch of the day already.
I don't know about you, but I don't remember seeing him break this many tackles in high school. But he's already broken a couple here today.
I don't really remember him too much in high school, even though he was the number 1 on that team. That it was a pretty unremarkable season there in high school for him. But yeah, I mean, he's definitely seemed to find a new gear as he's found the college level.
To be fair, he was originally the number 2 on that roster, so.
That is also true. Ponce to throw. Deep shot. Caught him. What a throw. And gets a first down. 2nd and 15 converted.
Derek Ponce to Dane Gunn, senior to senior, looking like a nice little combination so far here in the first half. And beautiful route. And that was Eduardo Hatcher, the sophomore corner, number 43, that got beat there. Just perfect execution on that play.
A good little throw there from Ponce. Small window, but made the throw. Gunn, he's had a couple big catches on the day already, as now they're down to the 28-yard line. Single high safety look again. Last time they did this, it got a nice little gain on first down. Ponce to throw. Out route to the tight end, only for 2.
Dorian Carrasco, the senior tight end. A lot of seniors on this Biloxi team. That's his first catch of the season.
And you mentioned all the seniors. I mean, that just means there's more space for some Season 2 high school recruits to get their spot on this team when the time comes.
If you guys have not made a high school player yet, there's a link in the description below.
Ponce hit as he throws, completes it though. Presley going to get closer, first down. Not quite there. That's going to do it for the first quarter though here in Biloxi, Mississippi. 6-0 Hornets are up. And when we get to the other side of this quarter break, we will get 3rd and 1.
Pretty good first quarter so far. One takeaway for Greene, couple field goals from Tyler Eves. But Biloxi, they're driving as we go into the second quarter.
Bombers, they need some points on this drive. Obviously, sluggish start, but this has been a nice, methodical drive for the Bombers.
Yeah, it's been nice. A lot of really well-drawn plays from Daryl Ammons, the head coach.
3rd and 1. See if they run it up the middle. They will to Olsen. He's not going to get there.
Oh,
and
wow.
4th down coming up. UGO holds them. And both defenses have been great inside the 30s, holding these two teams to only field goals on 3 red zone trips.
Yeah, and that was senior middle linebacker Leaf Word, number 54, making the stop. Let's see if Biloxi can almost stop here on 4th and 1.
It looks like, we'll see if they actually call it or they're going to just try to get him off sides. They're just going to try to get him off sides unsuccessfully. And I hit the wrong timeouts. There we go. Timeout off the board for the Bombers. They're going to come out and kick the field goal. We talked about this before in the first half. Don't really hate that call.
No, don't hate it. If it's, early in like the 3rd quarter, that would be a highly questionable call by a head coach. But, first half, still early, still a 1-possession ball game here. Definitely don't hate that. Now, send on your kicker, Donnie Hammer, or Hamer. There's only one.
I think you got cut off there. Saying something about only one, and there's only one Hammer. That's me. It is. His name is Hamer. Fun fact: I actually do know in real life a Hamer. He's also afflicted with the face glitch. That will get figured out for week 2. Well, obviously, this is supposed to be HBCUs. And
hey, the rest of them is the right color. All right.
This is so questionable. This is such thin ice we're skating on here.
Hey, we're working on it.
But yes, I actually I know a Hamer. Hamer and Hammer.
There's only one Hammer for me.
I don't know how to respond to that. I'm touched.
You don't have to.
I'm touched.
I really enjoy making love to your ears. I think that you have beautiful ears. They fit very nicely. So I would say it would be an erotic.
Oh, one of the worst head coaches of all time. Get him off the screen. Oh,
Former NFL head coach.
Yes.
1st and 10 here for the Hornets. Let's see if they continue this air raid attack. They will. Mastro steps up. Out route caught. And a 1st down as they kind of played off coverage on him. Nice play on 1st down.
Yeah, another nice out route. That was Eugenio Danner, again, the senior wide receiver. He's made several catches so far here in the first half. And, just another perfect throw from Mashville. He's been on point all game long so far.
Yeah, the air raid has worked very good for the Hornets so far.
Yeah, it's not your typical air raid either. He's under center a lot, and sometimes there'll just be a fullback down a 3-point stance. It's been very interesting to see.
First and 10. We're going to hand it off to Villegas. Villegas, nowhere to go. Loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, I mean, the passing game's working, but the running game, not so much so far. But Biloxi's front 7 has been pretty good. So I think they're going to probably be tough to run against all game long.
Second and 12 now. Hand off to Villegas up the middle. And waiting
goodness.
for him in the holes. 54, the linebacker. Nothing doing on the ground. Maybe they should go back to the air.
Yeah, that was Roy Carmichael, sophomore outside linebacker, number 54. Just laid a massive shot on Delmer. I mean, he didn't stand a chance. I would definitely stick to the air if I'm the Hornets. That's the only thing that's been working so far in this one.
3rd and 14 now. For Mastro. Out route, going to be caught, but doesn't really matter. I think he was trying to hope that his receiver could turn it upfield. 4th down coming up in the first punt of the day here in the second quarter. as Biloxi's defense starts to tighten their belts.
Yeah, Jonathan Schwab, senior punter for Greene, coming on for his first punt of the season. Let's see how far this upperclassman can boot it away.
Field at the 30, 4.3 hang time, not too bad. Out to the 34 is the return.
Yeah, it's pretty dang good. It's no 4.6 like we saw a few games ago that we did commentary on. But man, anytime you can get a punter that has over 4-second hang time, I think you got a good one.
Especially in the CFA. Obviously, I think those guys are going to be looked at very closely by these pro teams.
Oh, absolutely.
1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Olsen, nothing there on 1st down.
Yeah, not a whole lot of blocking there. 94 got in there, and that's Odell Foy, sophomore defensive end. First time we've called his name today, but Olsen, he's a big back, and if he can just break one tackle, but it has a little bit more blocking from his O-line, I think if he can get to that second level, he can be a problem.
Changing something at the line of scrimmage is Ponce. He's going to throw it. Out route here is going to be tipped away. Good coverage by the defender, Talley.
Yeah, Porter Talley with a nice play there.
So after that play, 3rd and 12 here for the Bombers. They're on 32-yard line. Presley and Gunn seem like a pretty solid duo for this team.
Yeah, they've been pretty good so far. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do for a full season.
3rd and 12. Ponce, no one open, has to check it down underneath. Presley can't get to the 1st down, just short. And 4th down, and now back-to-back punts for these two teams after starting with no punts to start the game.
Yeah, and that was actually the number 4 receiver, number 14, Everett Mayers. He's a junior. But full speed, it definitely looked like 84. But just so close to the sticks, just couldn't quite get it.
So I apologize to his family. Fielded at the 15th, out to the 23-yard line. Go the Hornets, and now seeing if we can get some touchdowns on. We haven't heard the fight song for the Bombers all day today.
No, not yet. I'm looking forward to seeing that as well. I mean, the HBCU's well known for marching bands and all that stuff, so can't wait to actually hear it. Hopefully they can get in the end zone at least one time.
I know this band in Biloxi, a little bit more modernized version, kind of like they like a little bit of a rock. Throw in with the traditional line drums. I do a little rock guitar with it. Like the sound.
Great.
Hand out of the shotgun for 2 yards, and that's honestly one of the better runs we've seen today.
Yes, 2 yards, just opening up the floodgates right now in the run game. You'd love to see it.
Run games overall across the CFA have struggled in the first half. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think, these teams don't really know their own identities yet. They're just kind of feeling out the defenses and just seeing what they can do. So, the second half is where the running backs have really shined so far here in week 1.
Good arm tackle there. Villegas thought he was going to squirm away from that, but 3rd and 3 coming up. See where they go. We haven't really seen Kawazi Mastral chuck it as much. Maybe his arm got a little sore.
I don't know. The coach is just calling some dump down passes and some short runs. It's not really what we saw in the first quarter.
3rd and 3. Gonna hand off to the fullback up the middle. Oh, and he misses the hole. Can't get the 1st down. I love the play design. We've seen him throw out of that so much today. Just give it to the big man and try to catch him off guard, but the defense didn't bite.
No, good run defense yet again. Both of these defenses have been stuffing the run all game long so far.
Punter on a little bit off center punt, but gets it away. Back to the 30 is where it's going to be returned from. Breaks one tackle out to the 38, and that's where the Bombers are going to get started. Bombers having a hard time getting a spark in this game. They had that one long drive, but Ponce has had trouble keeping drives going outside of that.
Yeah, he's got to keep looking for Gunn and Presley. Those have been the go-to guys. Olsen, the running back, been struggling just a bit. Just some short to medium passes here. I think that'll give you some momentum going forward.
21 personnel on first down for the Bombers. See if they throw out of it. We know the teams like to do that quite a bit. They will. Under pressure, he's going to try to check it down, but he had a free rusher in his face, and it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, and that was number 36, Vernon Steele, freshman out of Northwest High School, former Cobra, making his first appearance.
Love to see all the freshmen getting some playing time, making a name. Second down, they're going to toss it out to the left side. Olsen tries to turn it back up, and once again, nowhere to run. Running games have been a little bit lacking for both these two teams today.
Yeah, more so than we've seen in other games, that's for sure. But, you know, we did see one game, I believe it was Gold Coast with Cameron Davis, who he had, I think, negative 15 yards at halftime, ended up with like 90 in the game. So a lot of time left for these running backs to turn it around.
3rd and 10. I'm going to throw it. Ponce under pressure is going to go down. And back to back to back punts. I think that I did the right amount of back-to-backs. But all of a sudden, we have a punt fest going on in Biloxi.
Yes, Horace Pippin, the defensive tackle, number 98, gets his first sack of the season. He is a junior. Another one of those glitched out faces. It kind of reminds me of the one season in that other league where 1 week everybody had big heads.
You love video games and the little oddities. It just makes great memories.
Oh, it's just beautiful. Wouldn't be a proper week 1 without glitches and other issues.
We keep trudging on.
That's right. Just got to power through.
1st and 10 for the Hornets. Quasi-Mastro going to hand it off. Legas breaks a tackle. Spins back inside 5 yards. You know, I saw one of those random stupid little stats. You know, it said something about 10% of people have an idea. 10% of people try to do the idea. Or 10% of that 10%. And then 10% of the 10% of the 10% actually keep going. So you just got to keep going. That's a little life lesson for you here on the HCU.
All those 10s just hurt my brain.
They said it much more better than I did. More better. That's English. 3rd and 5, and that's blocking there as he got hit right away, and it's 3rd down.
Welcome to your weekly English lesson with Mr. Hammer. Oh, man. Where's the passing attack gone? I want to see Mastro slang it. Come on, man.
I don't know where it went, but it's nowhere good at the moment. See if they throw it here on 3rd and 5. Offensive line's going to have to give him some blocking. Under pressure, he's going to break one sack, throw it out of it, and get the first down. Wow. I believe that's Nigel Sams, but great. It is indeed Nigel Sams. Great pocket presence and ability to extend the play from Quasi-Mastro.
Yeah, and on a clutch down, too. 3rd down. They pick up the first down now. And just keep on chucking it, man. Like, they had a lot of success in that first quarter. They kind of shied away from it here in the second.
Throwing it here on 1st down, throws it seam route, caught in traffic, somehow threads it in there, and they're on their way down to the Bombers. I can't speak. Bombers side of the field. Quasi-Mastro with a dime in triple coverage.
Yeah, that was the number 2 tight end. He's a sophomore, number 80, Lyle Castellano, with his first college catch. And I don't know how Mastro fit that one in there. There was 2 defenders draped all over the tight end.
Maybe the Eagles in high school would have done a little bit better if they started Quasi-Mastro. He's been playing out of his mind right now. Yet to throw an interception in his football career, which, of course, we just jinxed him there. But
well, stop talking about it. Come on.
As I was saying, Delmar Villegas with a 1-yard reception.
Yeah, he's been great out of the backfield, you know. He's got like 3 catches and about 3 yards. Really fantastic numbers there.
That's what we call electric out of the backfield play. 2nd and 9. Mastro going to hand it off to Villegas. He breaks one tackle and fights forward for a gain of 3. He's had some flashes. He just hasn't had much running room.
No, the blocking hasn't really been outstanding so far, but he's having to break 2 tackles in the backfield just to get a couple yards. So hopefully the O-line can get it together for him. With 15 games left here in the regular season after this one.
3rd and 6. See if they go back to the air. 3 receivers on the field. 2 back to the backfield. Mastro to throw. They're going to bring a blitz. They pick it up, but not well enough. Coverage holds up, and the pressure finally gets there. 4th and 13. Back out of field goal range, and yet another punt coming up. Carl Marcotti.
Yes, really good play here on the right tackle, Emmanuel Hancock, who's a junior. Just powered right through him. Didn't really do anything too fancy. Just ran right through the man. And it
looked like all the coverages were, all the routes they ran on that play were deep routes. So there was no one for Mastro to check it down to. And so the coverage held up and gave him time to beat his man. And a big play from the Bombers.
Yeah, going to have to see another punt here from Jonathan Schwab, the senior.
Fourth and 13. High snap. Gets it off, though. See if he can get a good punt inside the 10. And bounces into the end zone. Unfortunately, couldn't get the bounce he needed. 30. Was it 32? Couldn't keep it out of the end zone. And
that was Chet Clemens.
The guy had the interception earlier in this game on special teams. Now Derek Ponce makes his way onto the field. He's had his moments, but outside of that one drive, he's struggled. I mean, this whole offense has struggled.
Yeah, and as a senior quarterback, you got to take control of this offense. We've seen Mastro, we've seen all these other freshman quarterbacks come in and just take control and audible and call hot routes, and we haven't really seen that from Ponce yet.
Ponce to throw, deep throw, tipped off and nearly picked off. He was looking for Gunn, and the safety ranged over and nearly made a great play.
Yeah, he almost had the interception there. If Ponce just gets a little bit more air underneath that, we might be looking at a touchdown.
2nd and 10. Between Gunn, how old did you say a Gunn was?
Gunn is a senior.
Gunn is a senior, so EFL scouts, keep an eye on that man right there. He'll be available in the next draft. They're going to hand it off left side, and he has some space. Olsen going to get his best run of the day for 7.
Yeah, 7 yards. Not bad. Definitely the best one for the senior running back. But he's going to have to do a little bit better going forward. He's got to help out his quarterback.
3rd and 3. Ponce to throw. Out route going to be caught. Gets out of bounds. And a first down. Ponce 10 of 14 for 84 yards. He hasn't really had trouble finding his receivers. It's just been more keeping the chains moving has been the issue.
Yeah, he's finding his guys, but just not deep enough downfield or in, critical situations, like a 3rd and 8 and they only pick up 4 or 5 yards. Got to just look a little bit farther downfield.
4 receivers on the field now on 1st down 10. Looks like they're going to throw it. Ponce pumps. Plenty of time. Look at that protection in the pocket. He's going to take off and run for it. He has some space in front of him. Slides down after the first down. Under a minute. They keep in the hurry up.
Hats off to the offensive line. That's the best blocking I think we've seen all season so far.
Ponce throws it. Check down underneath. They may have to take a timeout. I guess not. They keep going. At midfield, about 15 yards out of field goal range. Out route's going to be caught for the first down. Gets out of bounds, stops the clock. Nice play calling there from the Bombers.
Yeah, Dane Gunn, another catch for the senior receiver on the sideline. And getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. They're going to review it, but I'm pretty sure he got at least 1 foot, and that's all you need here in the HCU.
Just like IRL college rules, only 1 foot in needed. You see the coaches, Dorian Walsh and Daryl Ammons, And it does indeed look like Gunn had 1 foot in.
I'll be shocked if they overturn this. But we've seen stranger things from R62.
Daryl Ammons clapping. Looks like he's a little happy. And really on the field stands as called.
That saves him a timeout, too.
After the breather, 1st and 10 at the 47. Yeah, you're going to want about 15 yards to get into field goal range here.
First hot route we've seen from Ponce.
And he's going to throw it to his back out of the backfield. Not sure what that play call was, and they're going to have to scramble a little bit. I'd take a timeout here and reset, but looks like they're going to try
I
to
think they only have 1.
No, I'm pretty sure they have 2. I'll check that. Hopefully I didn't get that wrong. Going to throw out of the backfield. And taken down again. 3rd down. As time is ticking away, under 10 seconds. I don't even know if they're going to be able to get a field goal. They're going to throw it here.
Boy.
Time going to expire on this play. Throws it deep. Caught, but time has expired. And that's going to do it, as they did have 2 timeouts.
Oh, yep.
So, interesting.
They didn't use any of them.
Interesting play calling, and it's going to cost them at least 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. Obviously, they weren't thinking. You have 2 timeouts sitting in your back pocket, and you decide to keep going no huddle when you're at midfield. I don't know. That's a head scratcher for me. And, head coach Daryl Ammons, I don't know what he was thinking there, but it obviously did not work out too well for them, and they're down 6-3 at the half.
Halftime here in Biloxi. Enjoy these stats and pictures from the first half. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
Yeah, absolutely. What were they doing right there? You get 2 timeouts, and you have 35 seconds. You get taken down inbounds, and you don't call any of your timeouts. What? Yep. You scrambled.
Welcome back to the second half here in Biloxi, Mississippi, where the hometown Bombers, trail 3-6 to the UGO Hornets, and a game that started off with a lot of passing, a lot of what we thought might be offense has kind of gone stale in that second quarter. What do you think their offenses need to do in this third quarter to change that and get some more points on the board?
Well, so far, the leading rusher in the ball game is senior quarterback Derek Ponce for Biloxi. So I'd like to see the running backs get going a little bit more, which, we have seen in the majority of the games so far in week 1. The running games take over the second half a little bit and start to pick up.
Yeah, it's been tough sledding for running backs in the first half. And you wonder if some of these running backs, they might get benched going into the next few weeks to see who their backups are and if they have anything to offer to the team. 1st and 10 at the 20. Ponce to throw. Quick throw out of the backfield to the running back. Fights forward for 2. 2nd and 8.
electric, just electric.
Didn't put enough energy into that call. I should have screamed it a little bit more on that 2-yard run.
You should have, like some commentators, just have the same energy for every play.
I won't do that right now. But 2nd and 8. Personally, I just don't have the energy to go the entire game like that. 2nd and 8, Ponce to throw, man coverage, and almost great coverage by the linebacker. He's a beast out there. I mean, how tall is that guy? He looked huge next to that wide receiver.
I don't know. Everybody on this Greene defense looks pretty gigantic, but that was number 53, senior outside linebacker, Buford Shields with a deflection. Should have been a pick.
He seems like a Buford, honestly.
He really does.
3rd and 8. It looks like we're going to get a pass here with the empty set backfield. Ponce throws it across the middle and incomplete. He thought he had his man but couldn't hold on. And it's going to be 4th down. A quick 3 and out to start the second half.
Yeah, great play by the cornerback, sophomore Eduardo Hatcher, number 43, getting to the receiver at the same exact time the ball did to jar it loose.
Second, 4th and 8, punt is away. And looks like we're going to get 4.3 hang time again. 40-yard line's where this offense is going to get started.
Yeah, I'd like to see Mastro come out here and throw the ball a bit more. The first quarter, he was throwing it all over the field, completing a lot of passes, picking up big chunks of yards, getting first downs left and right. And second quarter was a completely different story. They went to the ground game a little bit too much, I think. And it just wasn't working. You know, Villegas was just losing yards almost every time.
Throw here from Mastro. He's going to hit his man in the hands, but can't hold on. Incomplete pass, looking for Lowell Kim.
Yeah, interesting. They have the backup running back in there. So both running backs were on the field for that play and just couldn't connect.
Like to see some variety from these offenses. We've seen some interesting play calling from the coaches.
Yeah, especially Greene. They've had some pretty cool-looking offensive formations, you know, with the fullback being the only one in the backfield and three-point stance. We've seen some really nice route designs to get their guys open.
Screen pass to the running back, Villegas, who's going to get 6 here on 2nd down. Gets to a 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, not a bad play there. One of the better throws to the running backs out of the backfield, and now that opens up the playbook just a little bit. See if he tries to connect with Sams. He's been a little bit quiet since that first quarter. Only 1 or 2 catches in the second.
3rd and 4. Going to throw it. Slant route. Caught. First down. Going back to their air raid routes, and it's working out for them on this drive.
Yeah, Nigel Sams just said, you know, it'd be nice to see him get the ball again. And he was the only receiver on the field. Just gets wide open, running straight past the corner. Just nobody within 5 yards of him. Great throw from Mastro.
1st and 10 for Mastro, who's going to change some things at the line of scrimmage, it looks like. Throw here out of the backfield to trying to get the running back involved somehow. It's not working too well.
And it looked like he had a receiver open at the top, but there was only a single high safety up there. So I just think that play was specifically designed for the running back, and that's the only player that Mastro even looked at.
Second 10. That same formation with the backup back in the backfield as they throw it to Sams for 6 yards. And is his 8th target, his 6th reception on the day. They're not letting the freshman take a breath, getting him involved in the game plan early and often.
Yeah, I'd like to see him take some deep shots to him. You know, we saw him streak down the field in between a couple of DBs and make a nice big catch. And I think he can have some pretty good success if they continue that. No high safety up top.
They're going to run it, and Villegas has some space, going to get the first down, one of his better runs of the day.
Yeah, 7-yard carry. That matches the longest run of the day by either running back. The longest run for anyone was Derek Ponce with a 10-yard run on a QB scramble.
Love seeing the QBs use their legs when they have that athleticism. First down and 10 here for the Hornets. Gonna throw it across the middle. First down.
And that was the slot receiver, the senior Spencer Jorgensen, number 86, with his first catch of the day.
Inside the red zone for the first time in quite a bit, it feels like. See if Greene can finally get it in the end zone, or the Biloxi defense will continue to be good inside the 20. Mastrel, good protection, throws out to the back. It's going to be caught, and up to the 14-yard line. Gain of 4 goes Kim.
Yep, Lowell Kim, the junior backup running back. They tried to go to him earlier on in the drive, and it looked like it bounced off his face mask on that one. This time he's able to haul it in for 4 yards.
2nd and 6 at the 14. It looks like a heavy set formation. They're going to throw out of it, though. And they're going to throw it to the tight end, who's going to catch it, turn up field, gets stopped 1 yard short of the first down.
That's the third-string tight end, the senior, James Skidmore, his first catch of the day. They're just going deep into the into the depth chart right now, finding guys to catch some passes from Mastrel.
Skidmore with his first catch of his career. Trying to make a name for himself, see if he can get drafted. As Villegas going to take this up the middle for the first down. And first and goal to go. I believe this is the first goal to go situation for either of these two teams, because the Hornets were just outside of that goal to go last time. The first drive they were down here.
Yeah, I believe they got down to about the 14-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the farthest they've gotten.
Mastrel to throw. They're bringing the blitz. Man coverage, throws back in the end zone. Incomplete.
Oh, my goodness.
They say he didn't get his foot down. See if we get a second look at this one. Close to a touchdown. Not quite. We're not going to get a second look, but I guess we'll have to trust the ref's eyes unless they challenge it, which it doesn't look like they're going to do. 2nd and goal now. Another heavy set formation from the 7. See if they throw out of this again. Kouazi surveying the defense, can hand off to Villegas. Villegas can't spin out of the tackler. Only gains 2. 3rd and goal from the 5. Al Gibson on the tackle. Biloxi's defense trying everything they can to bend but not break here inside the 5.
Yeah, inching their way closer, though. It looked like he had an opening there, but the defense just too quick, closed in on him too fast.
Toss play to the fullback, and it's going to work! Touchdown, quick snap, toss out of the fullback, and it works for the touchdown. McDonald with his first carry, first touch of the season. Rick McDonald puts it in, and Greene Hornets punch it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, the sophomore fullback. We haven't called his name this entire game so far. We've seen both running backs, but the fullback just hasn't really been out there too much. And, you know, he makes the most of his first career touch, and it's a big one, putting him up top, 2 scores.
Love to see the creativity. A fullback toss out of that formation. They've ran Kim in that formation quite a bit and thrown it to him. But this is the first time we've seen them really run out of it. Toss to McDonald, caught the defense off guard. Gutsy call, and pays off for the first touchdown of the day. Eves kicks it through. 13-3 is the score here in the 3rd quarter. You're watching the CFA on the Hammer Cline Universe YouTube channel. You can join our Discord in the description, build a player, all the good stuff. You can enjoy 3 levels of simulation football here, high school, college, and pro, as each team plays out the season with their strategies and all the unique player builds we have in this universe. Kick is away, fielded from the end zone out to the 19-yard line, mark at the 20. That's where the Biloxi Bombers. Take it.
Yes, the Bombers. They
The Blommers and the Glornets.
Oh boy, Ponce has to get this offense going as I try to get us back on track here. But the offense been a little too stagnant. I'd like to see Ponce chuck it deep a little bit.
Ponce going to throw it deep here and caught across the middle. He breaks the tackle. Gerard Presley down to the 30, the 20. He's being chased inside the 10, the 5. Touchdown.
Play that music, baby. What a touchdown by the freshman. Oh, my word. That was amazing. 2 defenders draped all over him. Breaks the tackle. Gone.
Insane.
Wow. That is just unreal. Just like that, the Bombers only down 3 points now. I mean, just an unbelievable answer. Really quick strike.
Back after that touchdown, technical difficulties. All you missed was the kick return, I think, and a 3-yard catch from the fullback. But after the huge play from the Bombers puts them right back into this, now the Hornets have to respond and not let this one get out of hand. Mastrel, the throw, across the middle, caught. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Yeah, Mastrel calm, cool, and collected. He knows that the Bombers have, quite a bit of momentum after that massive touchdown pass to Gerard Presley. But look for a short route here. See if we can't get Nigel Sams on an out route. Never mind, there's a million tight ends.
Nigel Sams is on the bench, so they're going to throw it to the left tackle, one of the backup tackle, Lyman, and I don't really know what to say about that play call there.
So as I was saying, what they need to do is a quick out route to Murray Lyman, the 3rd-string sophomore tackle.
After that, interesting play call. We have a 4th and 2 and a punt.
Man.
Biloxi have a chance to tie this game at the very worst.
Yeah, they've got all the momentum right now. They had the big touchdown, now a quick 3 and out.
Ponce to Presley. Back out to the 30-yard. The 31 is where the ball will start for the Bombers. What do you want to see from this offense?
I want to see more Gerard Presley, please. Just Ponce to Presley. I want to see that all season long.
Ponce, Presley, and Gunn seems like a great trio.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really seen any of the other receivers at all. I don't think we've seen one. It's just been the 1 and 2.
Handoff up the middle, going nowhere. They do the exact opposite of what you told them to do, as Leaf Ward on the tackle.
Yeah, because the running game has been just popping off so far for both squads, so just keep going back to it, I guess.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. Isn't that the old adage?
Yeah, but it doesn't always work in football.
There's also something about the definition of insanity. I don't quite remember what that is, but 2nd and 9. Derek Ponce throws it deep, going to be incomplete. looking for another deep throw, tipped away by number 46. That was Guess who?
Rashad Guess. That's who. The senior free safety.
Derek Ponce. And you mentioned Gunn is a senior as well, correct? So, Ponce and Gunn could get drafted the same team together.
They could. That is a possibility.
3rd and 9 coming up for the Bombers. Ponce, good protection, steps up, throws across the middle, caught somehow in traffic. Once again, that's Gunn moving the chains. My word, I don't know how he fit that one in.
I have no idea either. There's 3 defenders in this area. Look at this replay. As soon as he threw it, I was like, oh, that's going to be at least deflected. And it was one of the worst throws, too, that was so wobbly. Oh, my goodness.
Somehow, though, it lands in his receiver's hands. Presley there, look at him. He's having a big day for himself, obviously getting his team back in striking distance. Getting to play that position. I mean, he had to play the number 1 receiver with the Eagles, but his strength is playing that 2 spot on those deep routes, and we're seeing that maybe if Storm Baines doesn't go down for the Eagles last season, that team looks different.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, when there's not all of the attention on him, he really shines.
Ponce steps up across the middle again to Gunn, 3 yards.
At 3rd and short coming up, really manageable here at the Greene 48-yard line. I mean, you can pretty much do whatever you want out of your playbook with this many yards to go.
Hopefully it's not a run.
Please no. A stack in the box.
1 single high safety for the defense. See if they throw against it, or will they try to run? Ponce to throw. Moving around the pocket, out route, tipped up again, and incomplete. Lucky for Biloxi, that's not picked off, as the great physics engine here in APF rearing its ugly head.
Yeah, that was batted up in the air about 10 different times, and luckily it just hits the ground. But gonna see Zachariah rushing, the senior punter, come on for the Bombers.
Welcome to the Simulation Volleyball League here on the HCU. High snap, gets it off, and it will be fielded at about the 12 and tackled down at the 14. And that's where Greene's going to get started. 1 big play so far in this half, but besides that, been defense heavy.
Yeah, I really, we keep going back to Mastro throwing the football. That first quarter, they were just, they took the reins off him and let him go. And they've kind of reeled him back the past couple quarters. And, it's showing. The offense just has the 1 touchdown to show for it.
1st and 10 from the 14. Villegas is going to kick the toss. He's going to get blown up in the backfield. Right tackle never stood a chance. And the running back got blown up by number 54 there from the Bombers, Roy Carmichael.
Oh my goodness! I mean, he didn't even block him. That was Emmanuel Hancock, the junior right tackle, who didn't even lay a finger on the outside linebacker, Roy Carmichael.
Hancock can't block, and because of that, it's 2nd and 16. Handoff to Villegas, right side again. Again, terrible blocking. This time 70 is the offender, only 3 yards.
Yeah, that's the left guard, the junior, Vito Dial, who doesn't block. So I'm not sure what's going on with the Greene offensive line, but they got to get it together as we near even closer to the 4th quarter.
Are you saying they need to dial it in?
I think they do, but they're not doing it.
3rd and 13 from the 11. See if they let Mastro throw. They will. And Mastro, plenty of time, great protection, but not anyone open. Coverage, almost sack, hits to the quarterback. Lucky for him, it was incomplete. And 4th down coming out once again as the punters getting their workout.
Yeah, that was senior defensive tackle John Peacock who got the pressure on the quarterback and forced the ball to the ground. You mentioned nobody got open. Great coverage all the way downfield.
Love to see some great coverage. Makes the defensive line's job that much easier. Fielded, going to come out to the 43 of the Hornets. Really great starting field position for the Bombers as they start off here in plus territory. You mentioned wanting to see Mastro throw it more. What do you want to see from the Bombers?
I want to just keep seeing the quarterback throw it. I mean, the running back hasn't done anything. So Gunn and Presley catching passes from Ponce. That's been the offense all day today, and I wouldn't change a thing right now.
Gunn at the top of the screen, but I formation and 2 tight ends in for the Bombers of Biloxi. It looks like a run, but they have thrown out formations similar to this. They will run it up the middle. Olsen has a little bit of a lane, going to get 4 yards and get them down inside the 40. That's probably going to do it here for the third quarter. Get your 4s up in the chat. We have a tight one-score game here in Mississippi. Bombers trail the Hornets 13-10 as we enter the fourth quarter here in Biloxi. Welcome back after that long TV timeout. See Ponce over 200 yards, 91 QBR. Had a solid day so far, but he's going to need to capitalize on this good field position handoff. And another run that goes negative yards, blown up in the backfield, loss of 2. Olsen has had a rough day on the ground.
Yeah, that was number 93, Long McKay, the senior defensive end, who basically came through unblocked as well. I mean, these defenders are just running freely against both of these offenses here in the second half.
3rd and 8, they're going to need to convert here. See what they call out route, top of the screen, Gun, and he's not going to be able to get it upfield. It was a pass a little bit too far outside. 4th and 1, and at the edge of field goal range. Let's see if they bring out the kicker.
Yeah, they might be in range here. This would be about a 50, 51-yarder for Hammer, and I think the sophomore might have the leg for it, but does the coach have the trust in him? It looks like he's on the field for this kick.
See, I'm not quite sure what the longest field goal we've had this season so far is. We'll get all those stats and records updated at the end of week 1. But
the longest that you and I have seen in a broadcasted game was 50.
50, and high snap. Kick is up. It's on target, and it's good. Long enough from 50 yards. Tie the game. Danny Hammer, puts it through, and the Bombers claw their way back to a tie game.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get another exciting finish here, partner. You know, a couple of these games that we've done, well, most of the games that we've actually called have been, closely contested contests. So, they've been pretty fun.
Always nice to see it come down to the wire as this kick is off and away. Fielded inside the end zone. They are just going to take a knee and take this out to the 20.
Yeah, they got to let Mastro throw the ball here. The running game just went backwards every single time on the last drive, resulting in that 3 and out. And, they got to let the freshman take control of this offense, which is what they did in the first quarter, but completely went away from it in the second and third quarters.
They went very conservative trying to hold that lead, and it backfired as now they have lost the lead, and it is a tie ball game with 10-10 to go. Out of the backfield to Villegas, gets some blocks upfield, spins back inside, going to gain 6 on first down. He's had tough sledding, but he's had moments. If they can get him in space, I think that he might be able to pop one.
Yeah, he's a pretty shifty running back, but most of the plays that they've had so far today, they've been designed in a way where there's multiple defenders around him every single time he touches the pigskin.
Toss play to Villegas. He's going to put this outside. A little high step action gets the first down for Delmar Villegas as he moves the chains. Doing it with swag, and his coach is all about it.
We got the scissor kicks going, baby. Let's go. That's the second time, or maybe third time that you and I have seen it. We saw it a couple times in some sims, and oh, baby, is that beautiful.
Love to see the scissor kick getting used and getting that first down.
It might not do anything as far as making people miss, but it just looks so good.
I don't know. It looked like they were pretty starstruck when they saw him do that. Hand off up the middle to the fullback. Oh, Lim spins out a guy and gets across the 50. Excuse me, that was the backup running back. Lynn is Al Gibson, the freshman safety out of Northeast, down on the play. And you hate to see that.
Yeah, you definitely hate to see that. You know, they're going to have to look to their junior backup strong safety, Oswaldo Wheaton, number 25. So that might be a weakness to look at in the secondary for the Bombers.
Another formation with the fullback in the backfield. Marshall going to throw, and it's incomplete. Looking for that seam route again, trying to attack those safeties, but knocked away, and second down.
Yeah, Antoine Shook, the sophomore middle linebacker. I haven't called his name in a while, but drops back in coverage, makes a nice play here, almost tips it up for one of his teammates to come away with it, but just everybody forgot their hands.
Forgot their hands in the locker room.
Yeah, 58 had a shot there. That was Milo McManus, the senior outside linebacker.
2 sacks for Clifford Sadler today. As you get a look at him, 5 down linemen for the that's the second time I've done that. The Bombers. As Mastral gonna throw against it. Across the middle. Oh, incomplete. Just a little bit ahead of his receiver. Sams couldn't lay out for it.
Yeah, just couldn't quite get there. And, you know, you mentioned Clifford Sadler and those 2 sacks. He had those on, I believe it was the opening drive of the game for Greene. So he hasn't really made an impact since then.
Greene's offensive line doing better at protecting Mastral since that first drive. Throw here on 3rd and 10, I expect. And right away, pressure. And the announcer's curse comes to bite the Hornets. Bombers get to him and force the punt. John Peacock spreading his wings.
Yeah, and he was really flying there. I mean, blows right by the right guard, Muhammad Langdon, who's a sophomore. And, you know, the offensive line just having a rough time.
The punt unit is on the field. And once again, defense showing up to play as the Bombers get a chance to take the lead now with a drive. As see where they get the what field position they get this one in. They're going to take it from the 10 and return only good for 2 yards. So that's where the Bombers will take over.
Yeah, Bombers, all the momentum right now. You know, scored in the last couple drives. And just gotta drive here again. You know, they had some pretty good success throwing the football. A couple times they keep going to the running back. It's just not working. So look for more Gunn and more Presley.
First and 10. Drops back. Underneath, going to be caught. That's Gunn on the check down, 5 yards.
Yeah, not a bad start. Gunn, 11 targets, 9 receptions, 1 drop today, but you know, he's been doing pretty good.
Between him and Presley, looks like a good duo for this season. Obviously, next season, Presley will probably take over Gunn's spot.
Unless they get a stud from high school.
Which could be. Ponce drops back, throws underneath to Olsen, who's going to fight for it for a couple and bring up a 3rd and short.
At 3rd and manageable, I really just hope they don't go to the ground attack here. You know, it's been tough sledding there. But, you know, now that I've said that, they'll probably run it and pick up 10 yards.
Time for a fullback sweep play.
Hey, wouldn't be the first time today.
Yeah, I mean, Hornets ran that fullback toss and it worked perfectly. My favorite play so far in this game.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Changes some stuff up at the line of scrimmage is Ponce. See where they go on this one. They're going to run it up the middle. Olsen stuffed. We called it before the play, and so did the Greene Hornet defense.
Yeah, they knew what was coming, and, I mean, the O-line just couldn't block them. There's just no way. You know, when the defense knows what you're going to do, you don't stand a chance. And now the Hornets going to get the ball back late in this ball game, less than 7 minutes to go. Will they trust their freshman quarterback to make some plays? Are they going to give him some opportunities here?
We will see, as he's going to get decent starting field position here at their own 45-yard line. Yeah, you mentioned Mastro has been their biggest strength in this game. Him and Sam's, and they haven't really hit their stride since that first quarter.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with the play calling from Dorian Walsh, the head coach, but that first quarter was pretty much flawless play calling for the offense, and then it's like they just forgot what was in their own playbook for the rest of the game.
Changing something at the line of scrimmage is Quasi Mastro. They're going to throw it. Moves up in the pocket, throws, left corner, caught, first down, and going back there immediately. Nice pocket movement there from Mastro, moves the chains.
Yeah, and that was Eugenio Danner on the reception, the senior. That was a great corner out. Double coverage, too. You got 37, Terry Hairston all over him. 58 is Milo McManus, but perfect throw from Mastro. And just another great route from Danner.
First down and 10 after the good completion. Look in, plenty of time. Throws it left, deep, caught, down to the 11-yard line. Go the Hornets. Nigel Sam's over 100 yards in the day. Both the freshmen showing off.
Yeah, look at them, man. They are just going head-to-head right now, just duking it out. And both very similar numbers. And, man, what a route. I mean, there's two receivers over there as well. Well, the running back, Villegas, is wide open down there right next to Sam. So, Mastro just had a couple guys who could have thrown that one too.
Lots of guys open. A little breakdown in coverage from the Bombers defense. Now here inside the red zone, see if the Hornets can capitalize with 5:35 to go in this game. Handoff to Villegas, and he's going to break one tackle. And I think that's Al Gibson back in the game, so good to see him back, hopefully with not a serious injury. That's going to get a gain of one.
24 is the free safety, Kendrick Gilson, but 21, Al Gibson, was on the field on that play. So he's not dead.
He did miss a tackle, but he's not dead.
Well, things happen.
2nd and 9 from the 10. Mastro to throw. Out route caught. Turns upfield and slammed down at the 1-yard line. He shall not pass Rios, inches short of the first.
Yeah, Terry Hairston, I just mentioned him a couple plays back. Number 37, the senior corner, was a massive, massive hit on the tight end.
Third and inches from the 1. This is a huge play for both these two teams. This late in the game, they're going to throw it. Mastro, back of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Hornets.
Oh, my goodness. Who was it? That was 86. That's Spencer Jorgensen. Oh, my goodness. The senior. Just his second catch of the ball game. What a catch it was to get the Hornets on top here in Biloxi, Mississippi.
It's good coverage there from Al Gibson, but just a better route, a better throw. And now the Hornets take the lead with 4:46 to go in this game as they are the visitors, looking to knock off the hometown Bombers.
Yeah, and this nice little HBCU rivalry that we've got.
Kick is up and good. 20-13 is the score here. Late in the 4th. Another one that's going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, senior quarterback Derek Ponce. What can he do? He's got to take control and make some plays for this offense coming up. He still has the longest run of the entire game of 10 yards.
He is just an athletic freak.
He's a beast.
Fielded from the end zone. Out to the 21 is where the drive will start. Time for Derek Ponce to make some magic happen with this offense. I expect Presley, I expect Gunn, but it might be a third name that we haven't called in this game that makes the big play.
Yeah, they've still got Runyon, they've got Mayers, they've got Gaddis. Those are the other receivers, a sophomore, junior, and a senior. And I believe we've only called a couple of the tight ends' names just one time each.
First down 10, Ponce to throw. across the middle on the first play is going to get caught for a gain of 5. Hurry up here early in the fourth quarter. They don't want to waste any time, or early to call the hurry up in this fourth quarter, but they don't want to waste any time getting that points. Ponce to throw again, right side, and nearly picked off as that one was short of where his intended target was. Double coverage notwithstanding. Clemens already has 1 pick on the day, and he almost had a second.
Yeah, and that's not terrible, though. The ball hit the ground, stops the clock, and gets you out of that formation. Now you can look at your whole playbook and call the perfect play on 3rd and 5.
Third and 5. Look at that top receiver on the screen. We know that they like to run that go. It's covered underneath, out route, going to be caught. First down, breaks the 40-yard line, and that's going to be a first down. Gets out of bounds, too, to stop the clock, as that's the number 10 receiver working on Chet Clemens.
Yeah, that was Than Runyon, the sophomore slot man for the Bombers, with his first reception of the day.
First down and 10 now. They got plenty of time, still 3 timeouts, but we know they don't like to use them.
Yeah, they definitely shown that in the first half.
Ponce moving around, throwing it, nearly picked off. Another dangerous throw from Derek Ponce.
Yeah, Leaf Ward with the deflection, the senior middle linebacker. Dangerous pass there intended for Presley, who actually almost caught it off the deflection.
Second down and 10 now for the Bombers. See if they can keep this drive alive. Handoff, interesting call. Olsen going to break one, but there's another one where that came from. Long McKay has 3 tackles and a tackle for loss in this game, and that was another tackle there. Keeps the clock running and forces a 3rd and long.
Yeah, I mean, if Olsen can just get some sort of blocking, he might be all right, but he's got to break a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and then he's immediately swarmed by another player.
3rd and 10. Big 3rd down here. Ponce underneath. Picked off!
Well, that's not what you want to happen there, and look who it is. It's Chet Clemens. That's
the ball hawk
of the ball game, and that is the nickel corner. He's just a sophomore, and he is making a huge impact here in the first annual rivalry game here in the CFA.
I'm sure he's catching the eye of some scouts with his ball skills. Haven't really seen him in coverage that much, but his ball skills, nonetheless, something that stand out as the Hornets now have a chance to go put this one away. Villegas, 3 yards.
And not a bad start, 3 yards. I mean, that's more than they've been getting on carries, so I'm sure they'll take it as Antoine Shook gets another tackle from that middle linebacker spot.
He's a name we're going to be calling a lot this season. What class is he in?
He's just a sophomore, so he's got a couple more years at least.
Oh, my goodness. He has lots of room to grow.
Yeah, a lot of progression going to be happening for that young fella.
2nd and 7 now for Kawazi Mastral. Changing something to the line of scrimmage. Only a single high safety, but not really in a passing formation at all.
They've thrown out of it before.
Up the middle. Broken play. Mastral goes down, loses yards.
Man, that was a disaster. If he handed that off, Villegas is going to get destroyed. So he just he did his running back a favor there and kept it himself and took a massive shot instead.
Now 3rd and 12. The question is, do you go aggressive or do you trust your defense?
I think you trust your defense. I think they've been, good enough today for you to have faith in them to get another stop if you need it.
They do like to throw out of this formation. We'll see if they do in this case. Letting the clock tick down as much as they can. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Villegas tripped up after a gain of 1. 4th down. This is going to run down to the 2-minute warning, and then they're going to kick it back to the Bombers. They're going to get 2 minutes, 3 timeouts to try to go win this.
Yeah, plenty of time. Ponce needs to settle down just a little bit. He's got 2 picks today, and the last one he kind of forced it into. Multiple players were in coverage on that play, So, if Clemens didn't pick it off, the guy right next to him probably could have taken it. So Ponce needs to settle down, just stand still in the pocket and go through his progressions, find his guys.
Yeah, he just needs to take a breath and relax here. We've seen him make some big plays. We've seen him make some bonehead plays. And it would be interesting to see how scouts view him. We've seen a couple of the senior quarterbacks that are going to be in this draft class. And, so far I haven't really seen one that really jumped out to me, as that's nearly a perfect punt, but goes in the end zone.
Wow.
I haven't really seen one that jumped out to me as the clear-cut number one quarterback in this class yet.
Now, so far, the best quarterbacks have been the young freshmen that we just watched in high school. They've been balling out, getting player of the game. We saw Zach Barr get player of the game, Mort Hall, the fan favorite. A lot of these guys are doing really well early in their careers, but these seniors, they gotta have some big games if they want to compete with those young guys.
Ponce to throw here under pressure, going to check it down. Good, smart throw, and they're going to hurry it up. Alejandro Boudreaux for the Castle Rock Knights. He did have a good game, now that I think about it. Ponce.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's going to throw it deep, picked off. That should call game. Missed his man, and the Hornets are going to steal this one in Biloxi. Ponce turns it over one more time.
Rashad Guess with his first career interception. He is a senior. So Ponce with 3 picks. Oof. And, Gunn didn't really do his quarterback any favors right there. He left his feet, and he saw defeat. And now the Green Hornets can put this one away with just 1 first down here.
Gunn can't believe it. He knows that he maybe could have at least broken up that pass, but 1st and 10 for the Green Hornets as their defense came to play today. Villegas getting absolutely flattened. They're going to take a desperation timeout. I mean, there's an outside chance of something happening, but it would be an absolute, it would be a miracle. It would be a miracle in Mississippi if they pull this one off.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have to block a field goal. I think that's what it's going to have to come down to, or hope that Tyler Eves misses, which, he's been 2 for 2 today. He's been perfect. So I just don't think he's going to miss one to the left or right.
But a good game, though. These 2 teams showing, some fight. Obviously, I think both these teams have some issues they need to work out if they want to go far this season, especially Biloxi with the interceptions. Chet Clements, someone to watch as his career grows. But it's interesting, it'll be interesting to see where we look back on these 2 teams toward the end of the season. Is this a preview of 2 great teams, or is this a preview of 2 middling teams? They definitely have holes.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, they didn't get really big recruiting classes either, so they're going to look for the next class of high school stars to try to bolster this roster for both of these squads.
Final timeout for the Bombers, and a 4th down. They're going to kick the field goal. And, yeah, like you mentioned, for any chance of a miracle, they're going to need to block this.
Yeah, they got to get a quick jump from the outside or right up the middle. And it's, I don't know, man. We've seen some blocked punts, but we have not seen a blocked field goal or extra point yet this season.
We've seen quite a few blocked punts, actually, statistically speaking. If you bet on a
4,
blocked punt happening, it would have. The chances are it would happen.
Yes.
As this kick, they're letting the clock tick down all the way, of course. Kick is up. Kick is good. No problem. 10-point lead with 1:17 to go. That should about seal it. But we have to play until the fat lady sings. But I think I hear her warming up.
Lizzo, is that you?
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, they could still win. All right. They can get a quick touchdown here. We saw a quick strike already to Gerard Presley, and they would need an onside kick, of course. But, I mean, it's still technically possible, but they have a long ways to go, and they got to go there quick.
As one very famous Bear once said, it ain't over till it's over. Fielded from the end zone. Olsen not even going to get to the 20. And Ponce, let's see if he can get number 4 on the interceptions today.
Well, if you're head coach Daryl Ammons, I'm pretty sure you don't want that to happen. So, maybe have a little talk with your quarterback and see if we can design some plays. Draw some plays up where it's just one-on-one on the outside with Gunnar Presley.
Just pull that old backyard football out. Start drawing on the football.
Yes.
That's how the best plays are always written. 1st and 10, 3 receivers at the bottom. Pont's going to throw it. It's going to be, wow, that was an incredible throw and catch. Unfortunately, a little too late, but a highlight reel that we'll be able to show when he gets drafted. 1st and 10. It's going to be throw out route here. Gun upfield. He's going to get the first down. Where was this in the last drive?
Well, you see, they were throwing it. They just threw it to the wrong team on the last drive. That was the problem.
Hey, the ball didn't hit the ground.
That's true. No incompletions, but you got to find the guys in blue.
Hey, maybe Ponce is colorblind.
He could be, but the other team still has a white jersey.
I mean, he could be looking at helmets.
They got a silver helmet. Come on.
He's silver colorblind. Throw here. It's going to be a deep throw right side. Caught again. Presley just making this defense look silly. Who's number 26 on the defense for the Hornets?
26. That is Porter Talley, the number 2 corner.
He's having a rough day. Even in the win. I think he's gonna get a little ribbon from his teammates. Ponce spikes it. Presley, honestly though, I mean that's a guy who's showing some really big potential in this offense. Statistically, you're looking at maybe a Freshman of the Year award.
Look at that.
If he keeps this kind of stuff up.
I mean, 156 yards, 8 catches as the number 2. That's pretty dang good.
Ponce, I'm assuming going to throw it here, and he's going to check it down. No clue why he does that. Olsen stands like a statue to try to scare the defense. Doesn't work. He loses 2.
Yeah, that's a rough play. He lost a lot of time here, about 15 seconds on one play.
And the throw, left side, caught, gun out of bounds again with 18 seconds to go. Looking to get that one last stat padding touchdown. Derek Ponce, he's been good on this drive. If only he was this good for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean, he's got, 300 yards passing right now, I think. And, if I'm the head coach, I kick the field goal here, right? Kick the field goal, go for onside kick. But it looks like the offense is going to try to punch in the end zone first.
We have already seen that this coach doesn't know how to manage his clock. So
that's very true, yes.
And he's in about 2nd grade clock management. That's about 5th at least. Ponce steps up, throws, and caught again. And no timeouts. This is going to be the last play of the game if they can get this snap off.
It's going to be close.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They get the snap off and they spike it.
Oh my goodness.
With 1 second left. So we're going to get 1 second. Always like some extra football. Trying to make this one look a little bit closer, but as you look ahead for these two teams, do you think these teams have a chance to make a run at the playoffs, or do you think their flaws are too major?
Well, I mean, I think it might be too early in the season to really judge them. But, I mean, Greene, they have a really, really tough division. St. Cloud, Castle Rock, Little Rock in that division. As we see, the last play here is not going to be a touchdown, so Greene's going to win it by 10. But, then you look at Biloxi's division. They got Laredo, Brooklyn, Garden State. I think Biloxi probably has a better shot or a better or easier path to a playoff berth than the Green Hornets do this season.
I'd agree with that. Hornets, not much offense. That might be a concern, but their defense, stars of the game for them, 4 takeaways, and really, really were very, very solid in this one. Shook was fantastic in this one. Sadler and Mercati were both good as well. But the guy I think that was most impressive, there's 2 guys that come to mind, Chet Clemens and Gerard Presley.
Yes, I mean, and Nigel Sams, I'll throw a game ball to him as well. Another one of the freshmen over 100 yards receiving today. But, yeah, Chet Clemens, 2 picks. He was fantastic. And Presley, I mean, over 150 yards, 156. And that big, big touchdown. We see Gunn had over 100 receiving as well. So, this receiving core has a lot of potential. So does this offense for Biloxi. But Ponce needs to settle down and, get control of his emotions a little bit. He threw that first pick, got a little flustered, and then struggled a little bit with accuracy after that. So if he can reel that back and just find his guys, be a little bit more consistent, this offense could be pretty good.
344-yard day, 1 touchdown for Ponce. Obviously, looking to get drafted in the EFL as it comes up to that season 1 draft. He's going to have to work on those turnovers, but it would be interesting to see how those pro teams, how they judge these not high school, but college players that don't have a lot of tape on.
Yeah, well, we got 15 more weeks for them to get some tape on them, so it's going to be a long season, and these guys have a lot of time to figure things out and put some good film together for the pro scouts.
Indeed, as this one's over. Player of the game, let's take a look. It's Kawazi Mastrol in his first game in the CFA. Well-deserved player of the game for him. That's going to do it for us here in the HCU studios. You've been watching the College Football Alliance on the Hammer Cline Universe YouTube. As always, I'm Hammer. He's Cline. Have a good one.
Take it easy, guys.